Okay. Arnab joins the dots. Ask Indians to be vigilant with chilling deep state reminder.
Especially over the last few weeks, I have got many calls. Many of my friends and people I know have connected me and asked me, Arnab, what you said about the deep state of America.
What?
Arnab, what you said about the deep state of America trying to create trouble in India in the way that it created trouble and brought down a democratically elected government in Bangladesh, could that happen in India?
Oh, he's still pressed about VD. Bro, my man is still pressed about Bangladesh. That's crazy. Is this the Wolf Blitzer of India? No. This is the Tucker Carlson / Bill O'Reilly / Alex Jones of India. Bro, Sheikh Hasina, dude, he's still pressed about Hasina being thrown out. That's incredible. Hasina is literally the most pro-India candidate in Bangladesh. She's the leader in Bangladesh, the Hasina family that ultimately represents India's interests in Bangladesh. The current guy, Muhammad Yunus, is the guy that represents Western interests in Bangladesh.
Well, I am still investigating the matter.
Oh, well, thank God. It's okay, guys. Arnab Goswami is investigating the matter. I'm glad.
I do not have reportable evidence right now, but we all can draw our connections. But regardless of that, I believe that it is time for me to put out a video asking Indians to be vigilant. Hashtag India be very vigilant over what...
Didn't even spell vigilant correctly.
Hashtag India be very vigilant over what is likely to happen over the next few months. Remember, our nation is in a combat situation. My highest level contacts tell me that the danger is ever present.
Oh, yeah?
The danger of terrorism.
Oh, yeah?
The danger of external aggression. The danger of the enemy targeting us again is ever present. We are in a combat situation. At this point of time, we need to remain really united. Who does not know that when we face a crisis or a challenge, whether it be one to a family, a company, a team, a housing society, or a country, everyone has to come together and fight and overcome challenges unitedly. We have to let go of our differences.
What is this editing? What the?
Everyone has to come together and fight and overcome challenges unitedly. We have to let go of our differences.
Why is that? Why does that get the red chyron in animation?
This is our personal rivalries to conquer the larger challenge or intent. And today, our nation is fighting back. Our government is fighting back. We are staring down Trump by wrestling an extra 5% rebate on Russian oil in response to Trump's economic bullying. We're telling Trump, take a walk. We're fighting Trump's bullying.
This is great. If you show this to Western leftists, they will immediately become Arnab fans. I promise you. You could show this to American leftists and they'd be like, oh yeah, no, Arnab is kind of spitting. I could convince leftists here that Arnab is actually a Marxist-Leninist, vanguardist, anti-imperialist person. I could convince people of this. His son's name is Che. What more? He has a son named Che. Of course he was inspired by Che Guevara.
Is this the time to be hankering about reservations based on caste and other divisions in private institutions?
No way! No! Oh, of course he had to mention reservations, man. Of course he had to do that. There it is. Brahmin Goswami is literally asking, is now the time to be talking about reservations? Is now the proper time? As we are being attacked by the United States and Donald Trump, is it the time to be talking about reservations in the private in the private sector? Is now the right time to be talking about the caste-based reservation system that is enshrined in the Constitution?
Why is the Congress doing this?
Why is the Congress talking about something that is constitutional? Why is the Congress talking about something literally enshrined in the Constitution?
Today, when our nation faces an open threat with an American-sponsored Pakistan, with Asif Munir having attended White House meetings twice in 2 months, is it the time to question the Indian Air Force about how many Rafales came down?
See, here's the thing that people need to understand about India. The one reason Indians might legit hate America is because Pakistan is much cozier with America than India is. Pakistan has always been much cozier with the United States than India has been. India has tried to be cozy with America, and it blew up in their face. Manmohan Singh started this. Chidambaram has, advocated for opening ties with America. Dude, if Indians hate America, that's just because they hate America because America's friends with Pakistan. America sided with Pakistan during the Cold War. So that's why Indians probably hate America. That's probably the one reason Indians probably hate America. It's because Pakistan likes America.
Today, when our country is ensuring that Trump's attempted blackmailing is met by deep strategic offsetting through alternative diplomatic channels.
Bro, why are you... the red is supposed to be emphasis, right? Why are you writing
Trump's
essay with the
attempted
red
blackmailing
chiron?
is met by deep strategic offsetting through alternative diplomatic channels with BRICS countries.
There is no one in Arnab's audience that knows what BRICS is. I promise you. There is no one in Arnab's audience that knows what any of what he's saying here is.
Met by deep strategic offsetting through alternative diplomatic channels with BRICS countries.
Word salad bullshit.
Which our Prime Minister is doing. You see his pictures there with Lula. Is this the time for Rahul Gandhi to start it again? To be attacking at the root of our democracy and our institutions?
Is it now the time for Rahul Gandhi to start attacking the root of our democracy? No. He very clearly laid out a case of election fraud that your boys in the BJP pulled.
To be attacking at the root of our democracy and our institutions? Today, when not just the policymakers, but also the markets, global rating agencies have defied every attempt to crush the India growth story, is...
Yeah, dude, everyone's conspiring against India, man. Bro, India is the greatest country in the world and everyone's trying to crush it. We kicked the British out of our country and now everyone's trying to crush us. India has done absolutely nothing wrong, man.
Is it time for some politicians to be sauntering around saying the economy is dead?
Trump is saying Indian economy is a dead economy.
Yes, he's right.
Yeah, he's right. Rahul Gandhi's right. Donald Trump's right. Not for the right reasons, but he's right. Yeah, India's economy was killed because Manmohan Singh killed it. Yes. Manmohan Singh killed the Indian economy. Yes. Two things killed the Indian economy: the collapse of the Soviet Union and Manmohan Singh's liberalization. One is completely not India's fault. The USSR fell apart, right? That's completely not India's fault. Second is the neoliberal, the liberalization of the Indian economy, which is India's fault. Manmohan Singh.
I mean, everybody knows this, except the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister. Everybody knows that the Indian economy is a dead economy.
India has a jobs crisis. India has an insane jobs crisis right now. Of course it's dead.
I'm glad that President Trump has stated a fact. What more do? Why are you asking this question?
लेकिन 25% टैरिफ लगाया प्लस पेनल्टी भी लगा दी
It is a dead economy. Are you people not aware of this? आपको ये मालूम नहीं है कि इंडियन इकोनॉमी डेड इकोनॉमी है? कोई कंफ्यूजन है आप में?
Dude, literally, he's literally just showing his, like, he's doing the Chad face meme. He's like, yeah, the Indian economy is dead. What, are you confused? Yes, the Indian economy is dead. Well, he didn't say Manmohan Singh killed it, but which is the correct reason why the Indian economy is dead. And BJP is just beating a dead horse. Isn't it just propped up by tech bubbles? Okay, so the reason the Indian economy is because there are barely any, in relation to other industries like tech and other service sector industries, India's manufacturing industry is actually quite poor. There is not a huge amount of manufacturing industries. And on top of the manufacturing industry, there aren't generally good social safety nets. So the states that have a pretty robust manufacturing industry along with decently robust safety nets, social safety nets, like Tamil Nadu as a great example, they are the most successful states in India by far. It's a very basic formula. Social safety nets plus manufacturing plus commodity production. That's how you raise living standards in this kind of economy. Is there a ton of corruption? Absolutely there is. There is no country on this planet without any form of corruption, including those that claim to be communists. Yes, there's lots of corruption. The circumstances of Tamil Nadu, given the fact that it is subordinate, that it is constantly on thin ice with regards to its situation, its relationship with the central government, given that it has repeatedly opposed cultural imposition from the north, and that it has always been on thin ice because of that, it has always been in a precarious situation because of that. They made the most of what they got, and they've turned into a powerhouse state that no one can deny. You are extremely delusional. You are an idiot if you think Tamil Nadu's economy is worse than Gujarat's. You are a completely misinformed idiot if you think that Tamil Nadu's economy is somehow worse than Haryana's economy. But what is Gurgaon? Gurgaon is the combination of the worst of American urban planning mixed with a toxic tech industry. It is mini Bangalore. That's what Gurgaon is. You're talking about rent. They won't let Muslims and Dalits stay in colonies. And of course, there's the other factor of everyone's insanely bigoted in India. They're too bigoted to think straight. It is decades and decades of anti-Dalit and anti-Muslim indoctrination.
पूरी दुनिया जानती है कि इंडियन इकोनॉमी इज अ डेट इकोनॉमी और बीजेपी ने इकोनॉमी को खत्म कर दिया है। क्यों खत्म किया है? अदानी जी की मदद करने के लिए खत्म किया है।
Again, he's right.
तो आप लोग हैरान क्यों लग रहे हो?
Look at Rahul Gandhi standing with Donald Trump.
No, dude, no, Arnab, no, man. No, Arnab, the Indian economy is perfectly fine. There's no jobs crisis in India whatsoever, man. Totally, man. Totally, man. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the Indian economy. Price of basic goods has not gone up prohibitively. People can still buy tomatoes. It's fine. What do you mean? Adani is not price gouging electricity. What do you mean? Indian economy is fine. Look at Rahul Gandhi pointing out basic problems with the Indian economy.
Saying our Indian economy is dead. Today, when everybody else, including China, stands with us.
China stands with us. You had to run, India had to run to China because the 20-year-long, the 30-year-long relationship that India had built with the United States is now up in flames. You have now run back to China because the 30-year-long neoliberal project of liberalizing the economy and trying to work with the United States is now up in smoke. Now you're running back to China. Also, just like everyone in the chat is saying, China doesn't give a about anyone but China. China doesn't give a
Is it a time for Rahul Gandhi to start casting doubts on the success of Operation Sindoor? I really, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes begin to wonder. Is
Rahul Gandhi an anti-national?
What is the intent of these people? What is their intent? So, ladies and gentlemen, the contrast is visible. And I wish to ask this question to all of you tonight. Should there or should there not be a moratorium on division, on divisive politicians in our country? Should Indians not be vigilant against attempts to engineer divisions in any form, whether on caste?
There's no way. Is he reading a script? He's reading his notes.
Should Indians not be vigilant against attempts to engineer?
Bro, come on.
A moratorium on division.
Should there be a moratorium?
You tonight. Should there or should there not be a moratorium on division?
Here we go. No moratorium on division.
No, why can't you stand up for Jana Gana Mana? Why can't you stand up for Jana Gana Mana? Why does it stand? Why do you want to stand? Why don't you stand up for Jana Gana Mana? What's your problem with it? Why can't you stand up for 52 seconds? Why can't you? Why? See the entire Rotary Club or school. Why can't you stand up for 52 seconds? Why can't you stand up for 52 seconds? Why can't you? Today, because I'll tell you why. Because I'll tell you why. You hear me, then I'll tell you why. Can I tell you why? Can I tell you why? Then you stop, I'll tell you why. I can't shout over you. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, Mr. Pathan. Don't be an anti-national. Don't be an anti-national. Don't be an anti-national.
Can you call me anti-national?
Can I say something?
I am more nationalist than
Then
you.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Today the argument is that don't force us to stand up for 52 seconds. Listen to me.
Question is not of seconds. Question is on imposing. Question is of forcing.
On divisive politicians in our country. Should Indians not be vigilant against attempts to engineer divisions in any form, whether on caste lines, economic lines, religious lines, or regional lines?
Condemn the Varna system. You condemn the atrocities against the Dalits.
Oh my God, Dushyant Sridhar is here. Oh my God, dude. All the worst people are...
Let the Prime Minister of India at least accept that all those who, label any kind of atrocity on the Dalits is against the Sanatani Dharma. Will the Prime Minister say this?
Can I respond to that? Can I respond to that? Before Sanju speaks.
What the is Hindu scholar and Vedic scholar? What is the difference between these two motherfuckers? One's a Brahmin dude, one's a Brahmin woman. Is that the difference? They're dividing the Hindus too. Like, what the?
Because Sanju has spoken, so can I go to Sadhvi Jayabharti for a response on that? But I want to tell you, please remember, Atik, I don't want to tell you that you don't know anything about issues that are deep and intrinsic to religious matters, because you will take it as an insult. I don't mean to insult you, but sometimes I feel you don't know. You don't know enough, and I'm willing to educate you, because the Sanatan Dharma is being denounced and you say it's casteist. You are the same people who will not say that the 1901 caste census in British India, at that time, Ambedkar called out the caste system of the Indian Muslims. You are the same people who will not say that the...
You are the same people. What is that supposed to mean? You are the same people. What is that supposed to mean? You are the same people. Oh, he means Muslim. And he wants to talk about, and Dalits too, Dalit people as well. I don't think he means Dalit people in this case, because Dalit people do often call out the casteist practices of Muslims. They do that. Because again, a good chunk of Muslims in India are Dalit Muslims.
Remember what Donald Trump would love to see. Donald Trump would love to see a Shaheen Bagh situation in our country.
There is no way he said, there is no way he's saying that. He did not just say Shaheen Bagh was a US plot. Sai Raider, where are you? Oh my God, you were right. This was incredible content.
Donald Trump would love to see the kind of situation that happened when some people dared to touch the tricolor at Red Fort.
And replace it with what? Khalistan.
Donald Trump, who cannot run his own country, who has brought out the army to quell protests in America's capital, would love to see chaos in our country. Donald Trump would want to see anarchy in our country. Donald Trump would want to see...
Well, Donald Trump doesn't want to see anarchy in India. He's not an anarchist.
Would love to see chaos in our country. Donald Trump would want to see anarchy in our country. Donald Trump would want to see Indians lose faith in the
literally, pog you anarchy?
Electoral system of our country. That is what Donald Trump would want to see. And I want to clarify, I have no concrete information yet.
Oh, okay.
But whether Americans are going to push for anarchy, but I can tell you from my experience, because I know the CIA, I know the deep state, I know the way they work. I understand their thinking. We must be conscious today, because history has proven that with the Americans strongly against us, and remember, when I say Americans, I mean the Trump administration. The Trump administration today is completely against the Narendra Modi government. Because Narendra Modi is not giving in. Because Narendra Modi is not allowing genetically modified crops from America to compromise our farmers. Because Narendra Modi is standing against the people who want to run over and control India's agriculture.
Okay, I'm going to say one thing. It is unbelievable what I'm about to say. What Arnab just said within the past second or 2 seconds, that Narendra Modi is defending Indian farmers and Indian peasants from basically, World Bank, American multinational corporations, all of that. Arnab is right, and that is a bare minimum Narendra Modi W. The crops, all crops, who's going to teach him about selective breeding? The GMOs and all that, that's ridiculous, right? When he's saying that Narendra Modi so far has not given in to American pressure to privatize and basically allow Indian farmers to further be exploited by American multinational corporations, he's right. And Narendra Modi is correct for not giving in yet. Credit where credit is due. But yes, that is the one thing that Narendra Modi is doing right. They're dying the same. No, I understand that Indians billionaires are doing that. I understand that. It's because he's protecting the Indian bourgeoisie against the American one, not because he gives it to the Indian workers. No, I understand that.
Because Narendra Modi is saying, I'm going to stand up for my national interest, because Narendra Modi is not agreeing to stop trading with the Russians on oil.
Okay, no. No, he's protecting Adani Ambani. That's the reason why. I'll be right back. I have to go take a piss. He's protecting Adani Ambani. That's the reason.
American deep state would be salivating at any opportunity to create mayhem and anarchy once again in India.
Oh, yeah?
Don't forget the Bangladesh case study. On the 5th of August,
Arnab is so pressed about Bangladesh. He's so mad that India's proxy got thrown out. Sheikh Hasina got thrown out because literal factories burned down, killing like 1,100 people in one go. Bangladeshi workers are treated like trash. This culminated in also complete repression against the trade unions. The trade unions are bought and paid for by Sheikh Hasina. That led to a culmination against Sheikh Hasina.
2024, Sheikh Hasina, a democratically elected Prime Minister of Bangladesh, was forced to flee her own country as the radical elements
democratically elected, 80% of the vote, democratically elected, 80% of the vote, 70 to 80% of the vote, democratically elected.
usurped her nation. America had already made their dislike towards Sheikh Hasina apparent.
They made their hatred towards Sheikh Hasina openly apparent by providing Sheikh Hasina prison buses to throw protesters in. That's how America showed their hatred for Sheikh Hasina, by giving her literal state repression tools.
And months later, the deep state favorite, Muhammad Yunus, succeeded Sheikh Hasina. Let me add a personal element to this. A few weeks before it happened, Sheikh Hasina was in India and there were a lot of senior leaders of the Awami League with her. At one event, I sat next to a very, very senior leader of the Awami League, and he said to me, sitting on a lunch table 1 feet away, he said, Arnab, we're going to be run over by the Americans because we are not letting the Americans have their way in Bangladesh. We are not going to give up on our sovereignty and let them start an American base on St. Martin's Island.
I'm so glad that Hakeem took the video down regarding Bangladesh. I'm so happy the D program took down the video on Bangladesh, because basically they were repeating this talking point that Arnab Goswami was spouting. They're spouting this conspiracy theory. And the fact that Vijay Prashad was saying that shit too. Yeah, what the hell did you expect from Vijay Prashad? Vijay Prashad was glazing India during the whole situation in Pahalgam, and then after that, the direct strike on cities in Pakistan like Bahawalpur and whatnot. He was glazing India throughout the entire thing.
And viewers, within a few days of that, you know what happened in Bangladesh. Let's not forget. We were told that what happened in Bangladesh can also happen
here in
India. Listen to this.
तो ऐसे परिस्थिति में
Mani Shankar Iyer Nanachandang Wata.
हम ये भी कह सकते हैं कि जैसा कि शक पैदा हुआ लोगों के मन में बांग्लादेश में कि ये फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शन है क्या, वैसे ही शक यहाँ भी आने लगे हैं. वहाँ तो उभर गए हैं, लेकिन यहाँ भी वो शुरू हो गए हैं.
Hear Manishankar Iyer's words very carefully. He talks about creating a sense of doubt in the minds of people in Bangladesh that the elections were not fair. Isn't that exactly what the Congress party is doing here in India?
No, get the fuck out of here. Bro, get the fuck out of here. I wasn't online much then. Did Araglaya also get the color revolution allegations? Yes. Vijay Prashad has also said that that Aragalaya was a color revolution. Yes, he did say that as well.
Trying to create a sense of doubt among people in India that the Indian electoral system is not fair. No concrete evidence, no legally admissible evidence, no affidavits, but play on creating doubts among people's minds. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why I'm appealing to you tonight. Spread this video. There are people who have wrong intentions about our country. India, be vigilant. But India is not Bangladesh, and Indian people will not let that happen. And the Indian leadership, with pride, I say, will never let an American dictate what happens on India's soil. But should we not know the threats? Should we not know what can happen? Are we not clear here as we move from being a 4 trillion economy to a 10 trillion economy? This is the period when we have to be very, very careful. Once we cross 10 trillion, we will...
Yeah, his parents shouldn't have let it happen, if I'm going to be honest. His parents shouldn't have let...
take on the Americans directly, if required, the Chinese. In this growth phase, we have no option but to be united. Some people will want to break the country from within. Because today we have a Prime Minister who says he's ready to pay the price to protect India's pride and India's sovereignty. And he said it in as many words.
Interesting. Is that why Narendra Modi literally went to Trump a couple months ago to try and get Adani bailed out? Bro, this man, Modi was sucking up to Donald Trump a couple months ago, trying to get Adani bailed out. Modi has no principles. The only reason he's doing this right now is because Modi understands he's reading the writing on the wall. He understands that the American empire is disintegrating right before our very eyes. He understands that America is full of shit at this point. He knows that he doesn't need American billionaires to exploit Indian citizens. He has Adani and Ambani, and he has Tata, and he has, other Vedanta. He has different Indian origin billionaires to exploit Indian people.
भारत अपने किसानों के, पशुपालकों के और मछुआरे भाई बहनों के हितों के साथ कभी भी समझौता नहीं करेगा। और मैं जानता हूं
सब संग से भारत में इस देश के लिए. Hey, good Hindi man, dude. I've watched enough brain rot to understand basic Hindi.
रूप से मुझे बहुत बड़ी कीमत चुकानी पड़ेगी, लेकिन मैं इसके लिए तैयार हूं.
That comment by
I don't know what I'm saying for the record. I'm literally just repeating what he's saying.
the Prime Minister has got underreported. You hear this statement by India and know that Donald Trump will hate to see this unapologetic nation-first approach of Narendra Modi. The direct eyeball-to-eyeball stare back. Trump, you know what he will love? He will love to spin the clock back to 15 December 2019.
Bro, there's no way he's going to say Pulwama is an American plot.
When Shaheen Bagh
Oh, he's talking about Shaheen Bagh.
made international headlines. You know what Trump will like? He will love for India to spin the clock back to 26 January 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know what happened at that point of time when people tried to target the Tiranga at the Red Fort.
Yeah. Yeah, when farmers were protesting. Yeah, totally, man. Trump is pro-farmer.
So it is time today for us to think. Don't look away. When you hear these protests here, people questioning the electoral system,
Bro, Donald Trump is pro-Khalistan. I'm calling it, man.
questioning how many Rafales were brought down, wanting private reservations in schools and in the Miss India competition. There is a clear intent out there. What do these people want to do? Are they saying that the government should shut down the Make in India dream and sell out and bow down to Donald Trump's tantrums? This group that wants you to lose faith, what do they want? Do they want that India should not buy Russian oil, despite concessions working in our interests? What do they want? Do they want that India should allow Donald Trump to mediate on Kashmir? Or do they want...
Oh, you know he's extra mad at Trump for being one of the mediators between India and Pakistan during the latest.
Indian government to nominate Donald Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize? What do they want? Do they want that we just surrender completely to the Oval Office to a president who is obsessed with the Nobel Peace Prize? Who has lunch with the person who organized the massacre in Pahalgam? And that is why
I don't think Arnab Goswami I don't think Indians actually understand how much Pakistanis actually hate Asim Munir. Like, Indians are so crazy that they think that only they hate Asim Munir. Indians live in such a bubble that they think they're the only ones that hate Asim Munir. Ask your random person in Pakistan, regardless of ethnic group. They hate Asim Munir. If they're not some sort of like bot, like army bot or whatever, they all hate Asim Munir.
fight for national interest. This is a very important time.
Pakistani people have a conscience? No, it's not even about having a conscience. Asim Munir's biggest victims are Pakistanis. It's like Pakistanis being surprised that most Indians don't like Adani. Like, bro, like no one likes Adani. No one likes that. No one likes Adani.
Country's interest. Stand with the country no matter what your political leanings are. You may not have agreed with me in the past on a number of issues. Today I call for my nation, all citizens of our Bharat, to be ever vigilant. This is the time for India to be vigilant. Let's all be careful.
Everything is CIA. Pakistan is just plain racist. Yeah, the most prominent time when Indians get very mad at the United States is when the US is fucking with India's influence in the region. That is when Indians get very mad. You didn't see Indians throw this much of a fit when Mahinda Rajapaksa was thrown out. Why? Because India doesn't have a proxy in Lanka at all. India doesn't have much of a proxy in Lanka, to be honest.